1968.
Welcome back. We're on Wish TV on Daybreak, and I am just so excited to have Miss Sandra Chapman with us. What an inspiration you are. She worked here at Wish TV. Many of you guys probably remember her investigative reports. More than 10 years she worked here at Wish TV, and now she has moved on from TV to becoming an award-winning author and documentary producer. And I hear you have something coming out on PBS within the next week.
Right. The Girl in the Yellow Scarf, that's the case of Carol Jenkins from 1968. We will be having a statewide broadcast event on Thursday, February the 6th at 8 p.m. So prime time all across Indiana. You will be able to watch the documentary and learn some more things about the Carol Jenkins case that perhaps you didn't know from 1968.
Tell me a little bit more.
And she's won so many awards for this. Journalism Hall of Fame. What else did you just win? You just entered something else.
Patty, I don't even remember.
You know?
I don't know.
You have so many awards.
We were in festivals, film festivals throughout the summer. So we won Best Documentary and the People's Choice Award and some awards along that line in the festivals.
And tell us more about the book and the story behind it.
So the story behind The Girl in the Yellow Scarf, I was a cub reporter here at Wish TV, and when I arrived, people told me not to go to Martinsville by myself, and I thought, well, that's kind of odd. This is the 90s. I don't understand. And they told me it wasn't safe for me. And so that really piqued my interest into why it wouldn't be safe. And they told me about this young black woman, 21 years old, first day out selling what was then encyclopedias. Of course, we didn't have the internet back then. And she was killed on the main thoroughfare in Martinsville, walking down the street, and she'd been out selling encyclopedias. And so that is the story. For 30 years, this case went unsolved, nothing. I started an investigation in 2001, and we had been told that the main suspect had died in a police shootout in another state, and we found him alive. He was not dead. So
we have a clip.
We have a clip.
Let's take a look.
Okay.
We were supposed to go to Vincennes, and for whatever reason, we stopped in Martinsville. Oh my gosh, because we knew of the history of Martinsville. And I can distinctly remember Carol saying to me, she said, well, I'm glad I wore pants today because I might have to run.
So that was Paula Bradley. That was Carol's best friend. She was also in Martinsville that night. And so this case became just a major issue for blacks in central Indiana, but also the city of Martinsville. And because this case was never solved. And finally, in 2002, a woman called me, or actually shortly after I aired my investigative reports, a woman called and said, if the girl had a yellow scarf and was killed with a screwdriver, my father could be the killer. And so we were just, taken aback by, is this true? Who is this woman? So I had to find her. We found her. She was a real person, and turns out her father was the one that police say attacked Carol. Now, what has not come out is the name of the accomplice. And unfortunately, this man died. He was 70 years old by the time he was arrested. And he did not specifically give the name of the second person. So part of what we're doing as well, we had names. We knew some of his friends that he would visit in Martinsville. And so we've been able to look at some of those names. But right now, the Department of Justice has Carol's case, and they are actually going back through to see if there is someone that they can name as the accomplice, because this case has been around for 50 years.
You can tell she's been on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I understand you've won so many awards. Are you
so
surprised?
many awards. And tell us when it's going to be on again, so everybody knows.
February 6th, Thursday, February 6th at 8 p.m. on PBS stations across the country. And there are some of the stations there. And don't worry if you're here in Indianapolis, WTIU and WIPB in Muncie, those PBS stations actually carry signals here in Indianapolis. So basically, these stations will cover about 80 of Indiana's 92 counties. So this is massive coverage.
And your book is still available.
It is. Oh, you have one.
Your book is still available. Go to Amazon, right? The book is still available.
It is on Amazon. We are sold out of all of the paperback, but the hard copies are.
I didn't give you mine.
I have yours.
You do?
I do. I absolutely
That's
do.
for your husband,
and I've
then.
read it. Okay.
I love
Yes,
this. I want to thank you so much for coming onto the show and then sharing your work with us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm thankful for friends like Patty and being able to come. But Wish TV has been a big part of this because I was at Wish TV when this phone call came in, when this first arrest was made. So all of that work from Wish TV, then I went on to another local station and I
Another
continue
station.
the work as well. But Wish TV has been at the forefront of this for a long time, for more than 20 years.
Well, thank you so much for bringing it to our Wish TV viewers, and we are happy to support you. We'll get your information on our website, wishtv.com, so that you can read the book and check out the documentary as well. Again, it will be airing on Thursday, The Girl in the Yellow Scarf, Thursday from 6 to 8, starting on PBS stations. And again, we'll get that information on our website.
Yep, 8 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful.